Imagine waking up tomorrow, pulling open the blinds, and boom, no Sunday. Just a black sky, stars twinkling, and the moon hanging out in the middle of the day like it's lost. No warning, no eclipse, just proof. No high-definition color images or "this is your life so far" memorabilia video. Just a black sky, twinkling stars, and the moon flapping around in the middle of the day like it is lost. No warning, no eclipse, just poof, the sun is gone. And here's the kicker. It will return precisely 24 hours later. In that one sunless day, what would happen? So hold on to your blankets because it's about to get very, very cold, very, very strange, and very, very scary. First off, let's clear one thing up. If the sun just disappeared, Earth wouldn't know instantly. Why? Because light takes about 8 minutes to reach us. To start with, let's get one thing straight. If the sun were to suddenly vanish, the Earth would not know about it for 8 minutes, the time it takes for the sun's light to reach us. Why? Since light travels for about 8 minutes to get here. So those final 8 minutes, the sun would still appear to be up there beaming down, happy as can be, when it's actually already vanished. The same goes for gravity. Earth is essentially on a leash tethered by the sun's gravity, and if we were to somehow snap that leash, we would continue orbiting straight out into the abyss, though we wouldn't feel the effect until 8 minutes later. And so, for 8 baffling minutes, all is as it was. And then darkness. Day took on night in the blink of an eye. Stars would appear all over the sky, and the moon would likely appear brighter than you've ever seen it, since it wouldn't be competing with the sun. But don't let that fool you. The Earth would be doomed within a flash. The temperature on the planet would begin falling fast. The average surface temperature would drop to below freezing in a matter of hours. In 24 hours, most locations would feel as cold as the coldest night of winter. Cities in warmer regions could see temperatures in the 20s and 30s Fahrenheit. The oceans would not freeze completely in 24 hours, but the surface water of lakes and shallow seas would definitely be freezing at this point. But the cold is not the scariest thing. And from people, what if one day the sun, the giant flaming ball of life, disappears without warning? Panic would spread instantly. Headline: Is this the end of the world? Governments would grapple to reassure citizens. But who can reassure people when the star that fuels your crops, your season, and frankly, your life has disappeared? Some people would hoard food. Others would host giant end-of-the-world parties. And you would see a lot of questionable tweets. Meanwhile, the animals would be just as baffled. Birds that depend on sunlight for navigation, totally lost. Farm animals, restless. Plants, they would then get into emergency mode, stopping photosynthesis. A single day of darkness wouldn't murder forests, but crops would get severely damaged if things like this occurred multiple times. Oh, and then there's this. Without any sunlight, Earth's weather would go absolutely nuts. As the temperature cooled, the winds would change unevenly across the globe. Storms could form in strange places. You might even get sudden snow in regions that never see it. Now let's fast forward. It's been 23 hours of chaos, fear, and freezing temperatures. The world is in coats and flashlights. People are sick and tired of looking up at the sky and wondering whether we're ever going to see daylight. And then, right about the 24-hour mark, there it is, the sun, just like nothing happened. Imagine that moment. Streets would erupt with cheers. People would cry with relief. Religious leaders, if you will, would call it a miracle. Scientists would be panicking, taking notes like madmen trying to explain how the universe just performed the strangest magic trick ever. But there's a catch. Even if you brought back the sun, Earth wouldn't be in the same spot as before. Mind you, that entire 24-hour period, our planet was continuing to move off in a straight line, the sun no longer pulling it around. When the sun snaps back into existence, Earth's orbit would no longer line up exactly. We'd be on a slightly different one, perhaps a bit closer, perhaps a bit farther away. And even small perturbations to our orbit can play hell with the seasons. The uneven tiny changes in our orbit can mess with the seasons, the climate, and long-term survival. So yeah, the sun returning is great news, but the damage is already done. The big takeaway: life on Earth is incredibly reliant on our star. The planet and all of its inhabitants, human and otherwise, would be in complete chaos after just one 24-hour day without its benefit. It's a reminder that the sun is not just a big ball of flame to which we sometimes say it's too hot. It's also the reason you're alive to complain at all. So when you emerge from the house and squint into the morning air because it's too bright, perhaps offer a thanks to the sun. Believe me, the alternative is far worse. If you like this light jaunt through cosmic terror, press that like button, share with a friend, and comment. What would you do if the sun didn't shine for a day? And of course, subscribe to read more wild what-if scenarios. Until next time, stay curious and maybe keep a flashlight handy.